Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We are the Global Business Association. My name is Jared Ortega, and I'm currently making a social media app.
My name is Kate, and I'm here on the scholarship which was awarded only for 40 Russian students.
My name is Miranda, and I'm a freshman, and I'm excited to be at my first IB competition.
My name is Anastasia. I'm an exchange student from Russia.
And this is our strategy on how MaxiNet can penetrate the Venezuelan diaper market. So, moving forward to our first slide here, we just have a quick overview of what MaxiNet's strategy will be to enter this market that has an immense opportunity. And we identified 6 strategic issues as we were reading through the case that we identified here. We move forward to then make specific strategic, to then create a specific strategic analysis and to produce specified results with very, very dedicated numbers. In the first year, we will have about $7.2 billion in revenue with a return in our investment of about 113%. So, moving forward, MaxiNet, who are they? What do they do? And how do they operate? MaxiNet is actually an affiliate company under Max Interamerica. Max Interamerica specializes in consumer packaged goods and brand management. Overall, MaxiNet is a marketing strategy expert. MaxiNet specializes in creating distribution channels and making sure that each of their consumers and suppliers have a specified brand presence within the country. They operate under low margin and high volume strategies. This is their core values whenever they enter a market and find a market to enter and penetrate in the most efficient manner possible. Now, my colleague will move forward with the SWOT analysis.
Yeah, I'm going to do a quick analysis of our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Beginning with our strengths, there will always be a need for diapers, and though we have not entered the Venezuelan market yet, or with diapers, our personnel is very experienced in global business and the Latin market itself. We have a unique partner network and extensive distribution strategy, which we will call on later. Moving to our weaknesses, as I said, we don't have experience in the diaper market directly, and it might take a long time for us to reach full distribution. However, also, diapers create a lot of waste that Venezuela might not have the infrastructure to handle. Additionally, we have the opportunity to penetrate the market in Venezuela in the absence of competition, which can segue to us entering the Latin market in diaper sales later. And we have the opportunity to give aid to those who desperately need it. However, the economy is extremely unstable, and once you're inside the country, getting materials and currency can be very difficult. We intend to negate that through our unique partner network and extensive distribution structure. The black market currently is where the majority of diaper sales are, and we plan to combat that through our low price, high distribution strategy, which will offset the black market, which relies on unavailability of diapers. Additionally, humanitarian aid is prohibited, but we plan to combat that through unique partnerships. Next, my colleague will give you an overview of the Venezuelan economy.
So, due to the current Venezuela situation, the economy is determined to be high risk. The GDP has been diminishing for years, inflation is very high, and according to the Doing Business report, Venezuela is one of the least attractive countries to do business in. And recently, 2 biggest diaper producers left the market, giving up 79% of the market share. So the question is, can it be beneficial to do business in Venezuela? Yes, it can. According to demographic agencies' predictions, the future population will grow, and there are limited competitors, and we will have a good potential in building the brand presence. However, before penetrating the market, there are some strategical issues that have to be resolved. Venezuela doesn't accept direct charity, and MaxiNet has to choose suppliers and partners wisely. And now Miranda will continue with legal structure.
Legal structure. Since we are depending on donations as a part of our business plan to get profit, we suggest that you establish a subsidiary benefit corporation for these diaper sales. I'll touch more a little bit on it later. But moving next, the brand positioning, since we're entering this market for the first time, our first impression is very important. And we would also like to be able to make sure that all of our target market can afford to buy our diapers. So because of that, and as I mentioned before, diapers create so much waste. And biodegradable diapers exist, but they can take decades to decompose, and Venezuela might not have the infrastructure to deal with all of that trash. So with that, and with pricing, we decided that recyclable diapers are the most cost-effective solution. Additionally, we have a recycling initiative which we plan to expand upon, which allows us to use our materials fully from beginning to end, these recyclable diapers.
And now, as we chose our supplier, the type of diapers we will supply, we need to choose a supplier that will provide us with a long-term stable supply of diapers. Because price is the main concern of our target audience, we need to find the cheapest option. The cheapest option is actually cassis that are produced in Venezuela. But because this country has very unstable economy at this point, we are not sure we will be able to create a long-term partnership with this company. So we decided to go with the second cheapest option, which is Pampers in Brazil. This company additionally has a great reputation in Venezuela. This brand is well known and people know it for its cheap price and great quality. And now my colleague Chris will explain you our recycling initiative.
So Venezuela and MaxiNet as a whole have a very big opportunity. With 79% of this market being open right now, this is something that can be very attractive for any investor. Overall, by moving forward with diapers and increasing the supply to the country, we will overall be helping the health issues that are happening overall within this country. However, we can do more. This is something that can be very big. By recycling these diapers with the machine created in Japan by Superface Incorporated, we will then be able to make electricity. This is because this machine will be able to process 1,300 pounds daily. And the machine will only cost about $850,000. This machine is actually very simple to be used. Overall, you just put the diapers within the machine. They are processed through a thorough process within 24 hours and then made into biomass pellets that are ready to be utilized and then put into a biomass incinerator. After they put into the biomass incinerator, they can then be transitioned into electricity. This is a full cycle that will go from dirty diapers, which were before waste, to now electricity, which will benefit not only the infrastructure, but the health humanitarian needs within Venezuela. My colleague will now explain how we will implement that.
In order to make this project more profitable and affordable, we will establish a long-term relationship with the waste management company, and we will do it in form of joint venture. Since the waste management company in Venezuela already have infrastructure and trucks, we will just have to buy the machines from Japan together and establish special trash cans in district. And we will start our penetration strategy with inner city Caracas. And after we produce biomass pellets, we will sell it to electricity generation company Edelka, which is located in the city of Guana. And the reason we chose this company is because this electricity generation company produces 70% of the electricity for the whole Venezuela. And right now my colleague will move forward with a deep description of our target marketing.
Alright, now we have the type of diapers we'll distribute, we have our supplier. Now I want you to meet Camila. Camila is 26 years old, she has 2 children, and because of the situation in Venezuela, she has a low and unstable income. But please look at her, she still wants to take care of your children, and diapers is one of the parts of this care. So we want to appeal to our customer by setting low price and providing an easy-to-use and available product. We need to make sure that the diapers that are distributed by MaxiNet are an always affordable option. Because Camila wants to take care of your children in any situation. And we will make sure that she can do that by setting a low price, because we have our suppliers that will provide us with a stable supply of diapers at a low price. And we will be able to make sure Camila has her diapers to take care of her children. And now my colleague will tell you about how Camila can buy her diapers.
So our business model will start with buying diapers from Pampers, and we will also accept charities in money and donation of diapers. And as mentioned before, we will start with Caracas, and then we will distribute this product in 3 market channels.
Yes, those 3 market channels begins with retailers. These are 3 retailers we identified within Venezuela that would be good. And additionally, we move next to health organizations. We want to partner with hospitals and clinics because we are very interested in giving humanitarian aid. And lastly, charities. Those are 3 charities we identified within Venezuela. We also would like to partner with the UN. During our research, we found 3 current UN children's projects that we would fit very well in with their goals and standards. So that is something that's very feasible. Now, as I mentioned before about a subsidiary benefit corporation. So, your corporation does a lot, so you can't just change to a nonprofit. So a subsidiary benefit corporation differs from a normal B or C corporation in the sense that it allows you to prioritize profitability but also work in humanitarian aid and goals into your business plan. So it lies sort of between an LLC and a corporation, as does an L3C, but we decided a subsidiary benefit corporation would be best because in the long term, it prioritizes profitability above charity just a little bit, whereas an L3C does the opposite.
Alright, now let me tell you about the pricing strategy. Because we partner with Pampers, we will be able to provide our customers with Pampers of different sizes and with fun printed patterns. We will distribute our Pampers in 3 different pack sizes. They are 32, 50, and 96 diapers. We chose this size of packs because our customers are used to these sizes, and it will be easier for us to appeal to customers in this way. We will distribute our diapers at 3 different price points. So we will distribute 50% of our supply of diapers to retailers at 7% markup. Then we will distribute 20% to hospitals at 5% markup, and finally to charities at no markup at all. On the slide you can see the prices at which we will distribute our diapers in US dollars.
So now we move on to the financial results by going in with this diaper initiative as well as the recycling initiative we established here. Overall, we earned about $7.2 billion of revenue in the first year. As I said earlier, there's a 79% open market within Venezuela right now. This is only a 30% market penetration. That can put into your head the potential that this market has just by the diaper segment alone. Now, we also move forward here. Our target market will allow for us to build with 590,000 new customers moving through 2026, which shows this country not only has a vast population, but a growing population as well. Overall, we plan to have everything implemented by 2021. This is due to us having a specified and established distribution channels and many connections within the market through Max Inter-Americas and MaxiNet as well. As I said before, $7.2 billion of revenue, but we will be operating at about 12% margin-wise, so our cost will be $6.3 billion. To put this in perspectives, Pampers, as well as Procter & Morgan, as well as another popular diaper company, operate at about 20% margin. So we are operating lower than the industry average, which aligns with our values and our company. Overall, the investment for the recycling initiative is about $840,000. This may seem like a lot up front, however, the payback period is within 1.09 years. This is because one will be able to make about $765,000 in revenue from electricity production and selling alone. Moving forward here we have the diaper cycle. This is the day in the life of a diaper, as one could say. So Camilla will go to the store and purchase the diapers for her children. Then after Camilla purchases the diapers for her children or gets them from a charity event for free, she will then be able to go and utilize the diapers on her children. After they are done, she will be able to throw them in a specialized bin for our waste management partner to then collect. After our waste management partner collects such diapers, they will then be recycled into our biomass machine produced by Superfate Incorporated within Japan. Then, after this is done, they will be finalized and made within 24 hours into biomass pellets to then be incinerated and overall produced into straight electricity. And that is basically all I have for today. I just want to thank you for listening to our presentation. Are there any questions?
All right, so thank you. You'll have 8 minutes to ask questions and answer questions, okay? I'll give you 1 minute warning.
Thank you. Thank you all for your presentation.
Thank you.
So early on you alluded to the shakiness of the economy and the country's kind of political stability.
Yep.
How do you foresee this causing distribution interruptions and how do you plan on combating those?
So, production-wise, we plan to combat this with our low prices to really appeal to the needs of the consumer. So if societally they recognize that we are doing a substantial amount of good within a society by providing something that not only saves children's lives, but is essential for the economy and everyone within it, I think everyone within the country will be able to sympathize with us, including the black market overall. Additionally, we will also be able to supply them with more electricity within their society, so I also think that this will be an incentive for them to not only recognize us as someone who needs to be there, but someone who they want to be within their country.
Yeah, I also would like to mention that within such unstable economies there is a problem with profit repatriation, and we were thinking that we can hedge our risk if we just buy options. We combine put and call options for it because when the currency fluctuate and you combine this like put and call, then no matter if the currency is gonna appreciate or depreciate, then we are gonna hedge the risk anyway.
Yes, and moreover, because we chose our supplier in the stable economy in Brazil, we will be able to have a stable supply of diapers to provide to our customers.
And lastly, as a corporation, we have sophisticated projections for global business and market data knowledge that we can use to forecast.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you guys for your presentation, appreciate it.
Alright.
Can you tell me your pricing and
Yeah.
your pack sizes? I think you said your pack sizes are going to be around 32,
50 and
50,
96.
and 96, right? What gives you the confidence that those pack sizes and those price points are going to be affordable for the consumer?
So we did this just based on industry averages and the lowness of what we can purchase these for. So based on industry averages, these companies operate at about a 20% margin overall, even more than 20% sometimes. So we cut that by over 50% for the consumer, and we also designated about 20% of our production lines strictly for charity use only, which has no markup at all and will be obviously done for humanitarian needs. So basically we have about 70% of our business segment going into retailers and hospitals, which have a small markup but are well below the industry average, which aligns with our high volume, low margin values. However, we also feel that it's necessary to have that certain profitability for us, but also the affordability for the individuals within the country. Additionally, we'll be able to do this and support ourselves while doing this because of our electrical segment. By recycling the diapers, we'll basically be diversifying our revenue streams to be able to have flexibility moving forward with the margins, to even possibly lower them more moving forward as we grow that segment.
There's also like very sad situation in Venezuela, and as we researched, we understood that in order to buy diapers, you have to prove that you have a child. So you have to present a birth certificate when you buy the diaper, and that's why. And they have right now only like the biggest scarcity of it. So because people can't really buy them, they go to black market, and prices are very high there. So our prices will be much lower than prices on the black market, and because we will supply the retailers with a huge margin, with a lot of products, then people won't be able, like they don't have to present this and give these certificates anymore and just struggle.
Yes,
Yeah.
and So by setting our prices low right now and doing charity initiatives and recycling initiative to improve life standards in Venezuela, we can make it more likely that in long term our customers will be more loyal to us,
Yes.
that they will be able to afford these diapers.
Thank you for the question.
So I think I have two questions. So if I understand correctly, if we are a distribution company, and when people go to the store and buy diapers, they don't see Maxionette's
They don't.
product, right? Because it's Pampers. So how do you foresee getting around sabotage, because you're typically taking goods away from the black market? And what assurances do you give Pampers that your products legitimately will get from point A to point B? And how, so that was one question, and the other one was, do you register this company there, or do you believe the company is a US registered corporation?
So to start with your first question, basically just safety overall. Anytime you enter a new market, you understand the risk that's associated with that. This market has lost almost 80% of its suppliers for diapers, so this is a very lucrative opportunity overall. And the reason a big corporation would want to supply and be the main supplier in a country that's struggling immensely is corporate social responsibility, number one. This is something that they can easily take advantage of to not only boost their image, but to just do something that's good for themselves. And they can also probably afford a vast amount of risk with our help specializing in such distribution channels. Overall as well, moving forward to your second question, we would be keeping ourselves as a US company. That's pretty much one of the main aspects within the case. One of the questions was to really just be able to identify the legal entity you needed to be able to deal with the charitable donations and to be able to take advantage of those moving forward.
Thank you for the question. I also would like to add that one of the main reasons why we don't want to establish our company in Venezuela right now, because the government there in 2012, they implemented the law of low profits, and they don't allow companies to have big profits there. And if the company do, the owners of the companies, they go to prison, basically. So that's one of the main reasons as well.
Additionally, if we're establishing a subsidiary benefit corporation, I don't know if we can do that in Venezuela because they're not in every state yet. They're under a decade old. So the fact that we're in California is very advantageous to us. May I ask a quick clarifying question? When you said point A to point B, do you mean to ensure that they don't end up in the black market?
I'm just thinking of your trucks getting held up.
Okay.
The products getting
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of risk with entering the market. It's very understandable. However, there will obviously be some security expenses and things that one will have to figure out as they go. But I think with the vast market potential, it's well worth the risk and the troubles to find out.
That was another reason why we wanted to do joint venture with the company which is located in Venezuela, because they know the market. Even though it's a waste management company, they know all these issues, even the security issue, and probably they can help us as well.
Within the case as well, they did mention that there was established distribution channels that Maxionette had already made within Venezuela, so we would be taking advantage of the established distribution channels without trying to venture out too much, just to really solidify our presence there, and then venture out as we learn more about the culture and the society that we're involved in.
We just ran out. Yeah, all right, so thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thank you so
having us.
much. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. Thank you for coming
Thank you,
today.
everyone. Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.